everyone, if you think you don't have much time but you still want to improve your English, then worry no more because in this video I am going to share with you a perfect strategy in which you require only 30 minutes per day and you will be able to see great improvement in your communication skills and also in your written English skills. Now before we get started with the strategy, I want you to sit with a notebook and a pen and to make notes of the strategy that I'll be sharing because it's going to be very useful. Now I am going to share with you the 30-minute strategy, but what time suits you is going to be different for everyone, so you can adjust it as per your requirement, but please follow the time duration that I advise you. So number one, we need to start with a 10-minute slot. The first thing that I want you to do is give me 10 minutes every day to prepare your vocabulary. Now, preparing vocabulary does not mean that you'll just start reading the words from the dictionary or from Instagram in no matter what order, but it has to be properly planned. Now, how we are supposed to plan it? We are supposed to pick up themes. For example, on day one, let's pick up the theme travel. So for 2-3 days, I want you to build your vocabulary on the basis of travel, the words which we require to talk about travel. For example, destination, boarding pass, check-in, souvenirs. So in this way, I want you to make a list and then make sentences with those words and try to inculcate those words in your everyday conversation. So in this way, I want you to proceed with building your vocabulary day by day. I don't want you to mix all the words. I don't want you to create what we call in Hindi a raita of all the words. I want you to actually follow in a very strategic manner. Think about what are the things that you require to speak the most about. For me, it would be travel, studies, work, cooking, movies. So in this way, let's create some themes and then build vocabulary on the basis of these themes. So you have to decide that which are the things that are really important for you, in which situations you usually are. So start building your vocabulary which revolves around those themes, because once you have vocabulary, you will be able to make sentences. Because otherwise, sometimes what happens is we are having the ideas in our mind, we even have the sentences, but we are unable to recall the word, and we don't want to fall in that situation. So that's why the step number one is going to be to prepare the theme-based vocabulary. And a bonus tip over here is going to be keep speaking those words aloud. Check the Google pronunciation of the words so that when you are building your vocabulary, you also work on your pronunciation skills, because we don't want to be corrected by other people by listening that, oh, you're not speaking the right word, because that is only going to bring your morale down. Well, you are going to mistakes, and that is a part of learning, but we have to try to learn it in the correct manner. So when you're building your vocabulary, please work on your pronunciation skills as well, and you're going to see how magically and quickly you are going to improve. Now, for the step number 2, I want you to give me once again 10 minutes for working on your listening skills. But over here, I want to say this is not important that you give these 10 minutes in the continuity of the last 10 minutes. You can take a break in between, or you can do it even in the evening or whenever you find time. But you have to give 10 minutes for this. Now, this is going to be for your listening skills. Now, what do we need to do in listening skills? In listening skills, we don't have to solve any questions. We simply have to listen to somebody who speaks fluent English. It doesn't necessarily have to be a native English speaker. It can even be Indian people. It can even be Bollywood celebrities. It can even be some politicians who speak really good English. For example, Mr. Shashi Tharoor, or whoever you like. I want you to play a video or maybe an audio that interests you. Don't watch or don't listen to somebody just because somebody suggested them to you. Listen to someone only if you are interested in them, only if you are interested in the topic that they are talking about. For example, if you are interested in politics, then go and listen to some news. If you are interested in sports, switch on any sports channel which gives English commentary and listen to it for 10 minutes. If you are interested in maybe knowing about the weather, then play a video in which they are talking about weather. If you are interested in just some gossip and drama, then you can switch on to any Bollywood celebrities interview as well. So that means you don't only have to follow the foreign accent. And I always stress that you don't have to focus on accents, you just have to focus on fluency. And fluency is not equal to accent. So listen to any person who speaks fluently, and this is going to be a practice session of listening skills for you. And while listening, I don't want you to grasp every single word. I want you to be able to capture the main idea of the video. That means what the video was talking about, what were the main concepts around which the video was revolving. So that means that when the video ends, you should be able to write a summary. You should be able to summarize in sentences what that video was actually about. And this is going to help you enormously, because see, when we are talking to other people, it is not just about speaking, but also about listening. And to be able to understand properly, we need to work on our listening skills. And when you are listening, you are actually learning new vocabulary as well. But you don't have to focus a lot on words, you have to focus more on ideas. So let's say if, for example, you checked out some podcast, then I want that after that 10 minutes, you should be able to summarize whatever was spoken in it. And you don't have to copy the exact words or the exact sentences, but you just have to follow the idea and you have to explain it in your own words, the way we used to do in school, the summary writing task. Okay, and this is going to help you in your writing skills as well. So this is going to be the task that you'll be doing for your second 10 minutes. So we are done with 20 minutes. Now we need 10 more minutes of our day to improve our English skills. And now what we do in that? Now, I want you to divide these 10 minutes in the slot of 5 minutes each. That means for 5 minutes, you'll be doing one thing that I'll be saying, and for the other 5 minutes, you'll be doing the second thing. And you have to follow my order, okay? So the 5 minutes should be designated to your speaking practice. Now, how we are supposed to do it? For those 5 minutes, I want you to stand in front of the mirror and do two activities. Number one, summarize whatever you listen to during your listening practice. If you saw some movie clippings, then summarize the scene that you watched in that particular episode. Now, this is going to be the part one of your speaking practice, which is going to take around 2 minutes, because you don't have to give an entire essay or a speech. You just have to summarize it. And for the second part, I want you to talk to yourself in mirror, and trust me, this activity specifically is going to give you a great confidence boost. When I was learning French, I used to do it, and trust me, my confidence went on the ninth cloud, and it actually helped me enormously in improving my language skills. So it's going to help you in improving English communication skills as well. Now let's come to the 5 last minutes. Now these 5 minutes are going to be a bit boring but important. These 5 minutes are to be designated for your grammar. Now in grammar, what I want you to do is, I want you to solve an exercise every single day. For example, one day, let's pick up articles. Now, I know that we all are adults. We know that and the, they exist. But sometimes we don't know how they are used. So start solving those exercises just for 5 minutes. And when you'll be doing some mistakes, when you'll be omitting some mistakes, you'll see the correction and you'll get to know. It's not going to happen overnight. It is going to take time. But at the end of the day, you are going to see improvement. And that is what matters. And don't focus a lot on grammar until and unless you are supposed to pass some exam in which we have grammatical questions. But if your intention is only to be able to be fluent in English, to be able to understand English, or to be able to talk to other people in English, then for that you don't need to focus a lot on grammar, but you have to see grammar a bit. So 5 minutes a day is going to be sufficient as well. If you don't have much time, then just give 5 minutes to solve a particular grammar exercise every day, and you are definitely going to see improvement. So here I have shared with you a 30-minute strategy. But yes, if you are having more time, then spend more time, because we need to invest time in language. Whenever we are learning a language, it is not a matter of a few minutes, hours, or even years. Language is always something that we learn over years. We started learning English when we were in school, and it took us a long time to be at the place where we are. It is different for different people, but we all have had our progress. So if you start even now, in the coming few months, you are going to see the progress. So don't compare the level of English with other people, but compare yourself with the skills that you were having in your past. You only have to be better than yourself, and if you start working on your language skills every single day, trust me, nobody in this world can stop you from being where you want to be with your language skills. And I hope this video was useful for you, and if you really like this video, then please don't forget to like this video, to comment on this video, and to also subscribe to my channel. And I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye bye.